culture, history. If you don't know where Potosi, Bolivia is, and why that's important, and why that is a fundamental place to understand in the context of indigenous movements in this hemisphere, then you shouldn't be working at Southcom. You shouldn't be part of an organization that we hope is reaching out in a culturally intelligent, historically grounded way to the other actors with whom we interact in the region. Now, specific challenges. We've heard a lot about them today. It may surprise you when I say, as a military officer, that the number one problem in this hemisphere is not terrorism, it is not drugs, it is not crime, it is poverty. That is the number one problem in this hemisphere, in my view. And it is so important that all of us in the interagency of the United States work together, because solving that fundamental problem is something that the Department of Defense can't do, isn't chartered to do, and isn't supposed to do. That's what USAID does through development. It's what state does through diplomacy. What we try and do is support them to create a zone of security and stability so they can go and work their part of this important equation of solving the problems of poverty and the attendant problems of inequality and weak institutions that we heard about so eloquently from these other panels. Now, am I worried also about the tactical level problems like drugs? Sure. Am I worried about crime? Of course. Am I worried about a political drift where some of the nations of the region are drifting away from the United States? Yes. Now, do I see that as a threat? No. People ask me all the time, is Venezuela a threat? And I say, not a military threat at all. In fact, it's a competitor. President Chavez has a different set of ideas about how to structure a society.